What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Loose Reacts TV. Today we had a good one for you, but before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know whenever we drop another video like this. You don't want to miss it. Now back to the video. We got a pretty good one. It's going to be some disturbing and kind of creepy conspiracy theories. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist myself, although some of them are interesting. Some of them are kind of outlandish if you ask me, but you know, it's neither here nor there. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
Are they trying to hide the fact that the Earth could be hollow? This is easily one of the most plausible conspiracy theories of all time, because we've discovered systems that stretch for miles and miles and miles and have their own ecosystem. There's a whole world beneath us and they might be keeping it a secret. Why, you might ask? Because they would have to rewrite all of our history. There's possibly species that they have claimed went extinct millions of years ago that are still around under these pockets of Earth. In 1947, Admiral Richard Byrd, a decorated naval officer, claims to have flown through a massive hole in Antarctica, and what he saw was mind-blowing. He described a beautiful, lush land filled with giant creatures and super advanced beings, all living in the hollow Earth, according to top-secret documents. A lot of people believe this is being covered up and the government classified his diary and other documents. Could this be explained why Antarctica is a no-fly zone and you can't go there? I mean, this theory to me is not that far-fetched. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, and stay weird.
I somehow fell down the disturbing rabbit hole that is the Bob Ross theory. This theory is not for the faint of heart. It is also just completely a theory, completely not factual, all allegations. But it is super weird to think about. So the theory goes, Bob Ross was secretly a serial unaliver, and all of his landscape portraits, his happy little accidents, were the different places that he hid the people that are not around anymore due to him. And this theory came from the fact that a lot of the landscapes that he painted matched up with places that remains had been found. And also the timeline of things added up. For example, one was based in the summer of 1980. He went to go to visit a friend's wedding, and then coincidentally, in the summer of 1980, they found what was left of somebody hidden, not only in the location that he was in that summer, to a T was found in the exact location that he painted, in the exact landscape that he painted. There are several others. You are welcome to do your own deep dive. Like I said, none of this is fact, but coincidences are coincidences, and sometimes it just makes you wonder.
We go so far back, you don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear t-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right, let's...
I mean...
You hold that.
Okay,
all right.
I got to take two if the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problems.
No, it's okay.
No, hold on. Hey, so, cheers. Hey! Ellen, I heard you were sick, and look what I got you. Your boy.
That's scary right there. I'm quite sure it's not even just iPhones that's doing it too. It could be just any phone, right? I'm quite sure, right? But for it to do something like that, just if you just imagine what it's doing to your brain as you're holding it up to your head, maybe 80 to 90% of the time of your day, you know, people stay on their phones. Their phones are like glued to their hands, so. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, the Go-Go Gadget arms.
When I first saw the phenomenon, I was like, holy shit!
But then it was actually like, whoa, what is happening?
Am I losing my mind? But then I showed other people, and things kept getting weirder.
Just for the record, I haven't told him anything. Okay, just tell me what you see.
Oh my God, come on.
Wow, what the fuck? Holy shit. I just saw something. Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh, I see that. I feel it.
I've been under the influence of mind-altering substances a lot, but I've never seen anything like that. Whoa.
I showed over 100 people, and I kept asking myself, how are all of us seeing the same thing?
Oh my God. It changing shapes right there.
The laser was revealing numbers and letters running in a pattern.
They're almost like this big here, and it looks like code.
It looked like programming code.
It's definitely saying something, and I just want to take a picture of it and translate it.
Wow.
You see that?
Okay, so yeah, it's not stuck.
No.
It's not because of the light.
No, it's on its own side. Light is just literally revealing it.
And each angle shows you different layers, different ways through it.
I can see through the wall. It's not like a hallucination. It has spatial awareness and permanence. I don't know. Whoa.
For centuries,
All your. Hey, how many of you guys done that? If you have, let me know what you've seen in the comments. I never done it. I might have to try it.
Computer screens are blue lit. The reason none of them are red lit, the reason none of them pay attention to circadian biology is because that original technology was developed in a government program that Bobby Kennedy knows about, and I happen to know about because I went to medical school at LSU. For those of you who've never heard about Operation Paperclip, you think it's all conspiracy theory. So at Tulane Neurology and Tulane Neurosurgery in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, the CIA started a program there where they would do all these crazy things to monkeys. The CIA wanted to see how they could control things utilizing different things like drugs and things like that. Where the neurosurgeons got involved, which is my clade, we would drill tops of the heads off, put wires into the thalamus, put electricity in there, and kind of see what kind of behavioral changes we could have. One of the guys that was in that program was a guy named Professor Delgado. When he saw that we could control the behavior with the wired device, he said, what if we do it wirelessly? So he checked it in monkeys and checked it in bulls, and it turned out you can do it wirelessly with RFID chips and semiconductors. Then the CIA took it to the next level. They said, well, since this is electromagnetic radiation, what if we did it through light through screens? And it turns out you can. And that's the reason why all your computer screens have the frequencies they have. So why is this all important? Well, the person that set this meeting up between me and Bobby is the patent attorney that made sure that Google and Meta have those things so they can control the things that we all do. Where did the original idea come from that started off in MKUltra with the CIA? You're going to be surprised when you hear this. It came from the mafia in Las Vegas. They wanted to build a new city in a desert. They enclosed it all, blacked out the windows, invented slot machines that were blue lit. And they found out that they didn't have to take a gun, stick it in your face to steal your money. Then they even got smarter. They said, let's give people free alcohol while they're doing that. And they found out they got the money quicker. And that's when the CIA got the idea to start this program. That's really how it started.
That's crazy.
Well, I can't make this shit up. Once again, Ingersoll Lockwood called this shit. And I didn't know what this was for in this picture, but now it makes sense. Look at this. We're going to get back to this picture right here. I know you've all seen it a couple times, but if you look up in the right-hand corner, you will see what's supposed to be the eclipse, what some of us believe is the black sun. And in front of it, there is a sandwich, all right? Are you keeping up, people? There is a sandwich in front of the sun, the eclipse, all right? Let me explain. It was all planned. We clearly seen the sun, and then we seen the eclipse, and then the eclipse was sandwiched by the sun simulator. When I tell you that I go to Ingersoll and Ingersoll never lets me down, Ingersoll never lets me down.
Watch the exit.
Hey, NASA was supposed to shoot rockets at it. Oh, wow. Whoa, look at that.
It went around. Or the sun came forward.
What's that all about? What is that?
See it on the edge?
Yeah, what is that? What the hell is that? What is that, man? That's not... Yo, man, what was that all about?
We are the first species.
Pay attention, people. Pay attention.
To be aware of evolution, to be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do. The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight. We are.
You know the Mars
part out
theory?
loud,
That
didn't
there's
she?
aliens on Mars? Nah, there's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from. Okay. Then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. There used to be like civilization that lived on Mars. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion.
No.
Oh shit, that's not even the sicko mode button.
I said no. What the hell?
And it goes hand in hand now. What if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell? Yeah.
It's real shit. Like, this element's called xenon. It's prominent after nuclear explosion.
Does that look like a fairy?
I have a theory that the Mandela effect is used to see how much of history can be altered in front of our eyes. Here's a prime example of one of that. There's this woman on TikTok who was going crazy because she swore the Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia logo. And to the point that even Fruit of the Loom themselves put a timeline of all their logos and it never had a cornucopia. And this woman went hard. Her therapist told her, yo, you need to chill out. You need to just drop this. So she went through all of her old clothing and looking. Lo and behold, she found a shirt with the Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia logo on it. That shows me like, yo, I think the Mandela effect is an operation that's running around right now to see how much of history can be altered right in front of our eyes without us noticing. And then they gaslight the public and be like, nope, this never happened.
Damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, bro. People are thinking about it very little. Like, oh, it's the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstein Bears or Jiffy or Jif's peanut butter. No, it's much larger than that, guys. They're using this to see, oh, if we can get people to forget certain primary things about their childhood, what can we do with history?
Hey, how many of you guys remember Fruit of the Loom having a cornucopia? I remember it having one. How about you? Let me know down in the comments what you guys remember.
The soul was sent here to grow and develop. So if you're not here developing your talent, your skills that they talk about in the Bible, and they talk about in your Quran, then you ain't did the life right, so you gotta keep on coming back. That's what I got, mom. But you don't understand about coming back is the time don't exist. So everything is happening now. The past, present, and the future is all connected in every move. So you're just gonna die, come back in another body, but it's all happening right now like a long ass dream, but you just don't understand it. But when you wake up and open all your levels and you vibrate correctly, right? If you vibrate correctly and stay in the dark with meditation, then you can vibrate and get out of hell. That's what I'm about. And that's what Jesus came to tell everybody, you can get out of here. Everybody like, don't look up, for heaven is within. He kept on pointing to the heart. But they want to tell you to be smart in your brain, but your IQ level don't matter. It's about the heart, because the soul is in the heart. You die, you just don't know it. I died 5 times, right? And I'm telling you, don't go towards the light. I got tricked. I went towards the light, gang. The light bring you back here. Don't go towards the light, because the light is the devil. It's part of their trick.
I guess the news just don't want to mention this. So, y'all, trees are walking now. Plants are talking telepathically to humans and everything around you. Water has memories and feelings. Y'all thought I forgot, didn't you? They already closed, y'all. This is Cleve Baxter. He was from the CIA. He was a polygraph expert. I know you probably think like they don't have brains or functions that show emotions. Cleve thought that too, y'all. Y'all know that lie detector test that they hooked Wiz Khalifa up to? Well, Cleve did the same thing to his plants. He started thinking, how can I get a reaction out of this plant? He was like, wait, I know, I'll set it on fire. And the plant's polygraph activity started going crazy, scratching up and down. He was only thinking about it, y'all. Plants do produce a sound that's undetectable by a human ear when they stressed out. So my question is, what do y'all think nature and outside is going through with all this bad stuff happening on the earth? And we're not gonna sit here and act like y'all don't see these trees walking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the 60s and even now, y'all really used to make fun of hippies. When they used to say spread peace, spread love, keep the world happy. When they used to be on LSD and nature saying everything was alive, colorful. You know, LSD, what they used to use on MK Ultra patients. Makes you wonder why they made all them psychedelics illegal. And don't even get me started on water, y'all. Scientists have even said that the human consciousness has an effect on the molecular structure of water. So what do y'all know about Earth? It is more going on than what is being told. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all stay dangerous.
Y'all, I think I accidentally connected too many dots, and now I have a whole new theory about Elon Musk. So, Nelson Mandela was a South African leader who basically fought against the apartheid going on in South Africa on behalf of the black people living there because it was just terrible, right? Elon Musk's parents lived in Canada originally, but then moved to apartheid South Africa so then they could benefit from the colonization of the apartheid happening, correct? So, allegedly, Elon Musk had a babysitter when he lived in South Africa. And this babysitter has a bunch of documents and pictures and things to prove that she was the babysitter of Elon Musk, and said that during that time, he was able to open this portal somehow, and there were figures in there who you would see in like ancient Egypt, but there were also like these demonic figures like trying to get them, and Elon was saying that those were his friends, whatever. And he also allegedly had these artifacts from his parents because his parents got their hands on these ancient artifacts because the apartheid. So I'm like, if he was able to do that in Portal and do all this shit, and like that's the story, like would it be too far-fetched to then say like something that he did when he was like messing around with the artifacts and like opening portals, allegedly according to the babysitter, like messed up the timelines, and then so everyone in one part remembered collectively that Nelson Mandela died in prison, but then he didn't. in the reality that they were still living in. So then they were like, what? Like, no, he for sure died, but then no, he never did. He's still alive. And then they were like, well, it's the Mandela effect, but it started there because all of that's interconnected. Like, and of course it's the Mandela effect because like apartheid South Africa, which is where Elon Musk's parents went to partake in those colonizing activities. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I connected too many dots. I don't know.
That Whitney Houston dies the same.
Hey, wasn't that's crazy? So they just recycling films and just, yo, that's crazy. Wow.
Same way that Jimi Hendrix dies in a tub in a hotel, allegedly from drugs. And we know why Jimi Hendrix was murdered, the greatest guitarist of all time, because Jimi Hendrix wanted to finance the Black Panther Party, but he didn't know that his agent, his manager, was an MI6 British intelligence agent. What?
Damn. Game, they gonna have you mapped out.
And Prince was murdered because Prince didn't want to sell his unpublished music to Warner Brothers. And Michael Jackson was murdered because he didn't want to sell the Beatles catalog back to Sony Records.
What you want to ask?
And R. Kelly went to jail because Sony Records wanted his catalog. R. Kelly is not in jail for pedophilia, although that's wrong and he should be if he's guilty. But that ain't why he there. White folks been knew he was doing what he was doing. R. Kelly didn't go to jail till R. Kelly start questioning control of his masters. Bill Cosby goes to jail because the second largest oil company in the world wanted to drill under his home in Massachusetts and he wouldn't let them. And the reason they brought up the lawsuit with the ugly old white women is to financially bankrupt Bill Cosby, so he got to sell the house and the oil company gets tired.
What do you guys thoughts about that? You guys think any of that is true? I was just watching recipes to Angie Stone. They were saying one of her last lives, she was talking about how I think it's UMG, Universal Music Group. She was well, she didn't use the word rob, but they was pretty much robbing her of her money, her royalties and stuff like that. She wasn't getting anything. And next thing you know, she dies in a crash. Man, rest in peace. You know, my thing is I don't understand why people even want to get involved in like the music industry. I mean, I can understand why it's not even fast money, to be honest, because they're not really getting paid like that, because half the time they're paying back the record company because the record company is fronting everything for them. Man, to me that's like a dangerous career to get into. I don't know. I wouldn't get involved. I wouldn't have none of my kids get involved in something like that neither. Go the independent route if you're gonna do that. You don't need no record company or whatever for that.
Let's talk about these rumors of McDonald's serving us human meat.
So supposedly the first time human meat was found in McDonald's was in 2015. It's said that there was rumors of human meat being processed in McDonald's meat factories. And when inspectors went to investigate these claims, they found human and horse meat in a McDonald's meat factory. The story goes that human meat was found in 90% of the locations, and horse meat was found in 65%. I couldn't find the audio clip, but here's what an FBI agent had to say about this.
FBI agent Lloyd Harrison told reporters, "The worst part is that it's not only human meat, it's child meat. The body parts were found across the U.S. factories and were deemed too small to be adult body part."
Now, in those articles from 2015, it was said that these claims are currently being investigated, and no real answers ever came. Actually, from what I found, McDonald's just said, "Oh no, we didn't do that." Check out part 2.
Yo, that's crazy. That's
if
crazy.
You're out there eating Popeye's chicken, this shit should make you stop eating that shit right now, because I've been seeing too many of these pictures, too many of these videos, too many of these lawsuits against this fast food joint brand, franchise, whatever you want to call it. And I call them a cult because what is that? What is that? Why is they frying hands? What kind of hand is that?
Why is they frying hands?
What kind of hand that looks like? You tell me.
It looks like a human hand, to be honest, but
Come on,
that's
man.
crazy.
This shit gotta stop. This shit gotta stop, and y'all gotta stop eating it, because that's definitely not no goddamn chicken. It's definitely not no chicken. I don't know what that is.
Okay, here's another conspiracy theory. You've seen all the grainy footage of nuclear test blasts that you've
Sure.
with the mushroom clouds, and there are always these grainy things, and there's all these like little houses lined up and these little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a...
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god!
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
That's true.
Oh my
That's true.
And by the way, okay, we'll do this one. We'll do the loop one more time here. Let's see the car.
The car's right behind the house. It just showed up.
Oh,
okay.
It just showed up.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where the car comes from?
Yeah. No car.
The second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Is that a house, or is that like is that a 12-inch scale model?
What?
Right.
But that doesn't look fake.
That's crazy.
You know what it looks like? It looks like the smoke is too big. Watch when it hits. Like the volume, like the size of it, it looks small.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, it looks like we're looking at something that's like a few inches tall.
If you watch like Making of Star Wars, any of the any movies before CGI, whenever they do anything like that, it's always with these tiny models.
Yes. Yeah, this looks fake as shit.
Let's get another one. It's like, okay, what the camera's fine.
That's hilarious.
Oh, this is good.
I guess that explains itself, right?
I've been trying to tell y'all, the forest is alive. Watch this. Watch this. It's bleeding. That looks like blood.
I've never seen that before. That's wild. The bleeding tree.
Can't tell me the forest isn't alive.
Have any of you guys ever seen anything like that? It literally looked like it's bleeding. Like, that's crazy.
It's just a plant, right? Weird. Very strange. Tell me that
sure
doesn't
does
look
pop
like
up a lot, doesn't it?
It's been sucked into that tree. Somebody explain this. Stay weird, y'all.
Check this out, y'all. Look at this. Y'all seen this?
Do y'all see that? Hold on, let me slow it down for y'all. Check this out. Remember, they said these people will start showing themselves. Do you guys see that? Bro. And that's not a filter neither. Because as soon as she seen this, like she tried to hide her face. Y'all see that? It's literally like Blade, bro. Are you kidding me?
He said like Blade. Yeah, this
bro,
is like
look at her
Blade.
hands.
What was that,
look at her hands when it
whatever
comes
was
out the
from
jacket
Blade?
pocket, y'all. Look at, again, she tries to hide her face. They literally are amongst us. Look at that, huh? Bro, when they said we were going to start seeing these people, I didn't think it was going to be this quick. But look at that, y'all. It looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. She literally looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. And she's tall, too, bro. She's lanky. So what do you guys make what's going on here? Again, he ran into her when he was on her way home, trying to ask her what kind of music she listened to, and he was met with this surprise. And she was surprised as well, y'all. Look at this, y'all. It's crazy. I told y'all, our life is a movie. The movie they live is now starting to show itself, y'all. The movie they live, right? The people with the eyes to see are going to see clearly now who really are these people. Age of Aquarius is going to show you some things you really aren't ready for, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Hey, let me know if you guys wouldn't watch They Live. I said it a couple of videos ago to go watch it. Let me know if you guys watched it. And if you did, let me know how you liked it. Well, it's just like Saddam.
This world that we live
exactly
in,
just like him,
there's
right?
two main motivating forces, and I tweet about it all the time. It's love or fear. You can't explain love. You know, my cousin is locked up for murder, and I love him. And so he did a bad thing, but I still love him. Here's the idea why you're in a simulation. Let's start with acting, first of all. When a 2-year-old screams at a restaurant, the entire restaurant screams. Teach that kid how to act. We're all unpaid actors in some giant script that we didn't write. Simulation, a 2-year-old jumps on a coffee table and someone says, that's a coffee table, don't jump on that. So it went from being something that makes him feel like Superman, he's got his cape on. He's 2 years old, he doesn't give about a coffee or a table. And he's starting to like calculate all these things. And by the time you're 40 years old, you've got a wall full of coffee tables calculating you into traffic, calculating you into your career choice. You know, that's the simulation that I'm talking. That's what I mean when I say simulation.
Hey, you know what? I can get behind that for a simple fact is when we have a child, and for most of us, I'm quite sure we do have kids, but when you have a child, you're dictating this child's outcome pretty much from the beginning. Don't do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not real. This is, you know what I'm saying? We do it all the time, but we don't notice it. But now that he says that, that makes sense. Like if we stop doing that, we're taking away when we do that. I mean, when we do that, we're taking away our kids' imagination, innocence, and things like that. That's true. And then we're bringing them into this Matrix world. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense to you guys. What Kanye said.
1970s, the government has been replacing birds with bird drones to spy on us. There is a staggering amount of evidence to support this, and by the end of this documentary, you will also be convinced that birds aren't real. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? Ever? You probably
Never.
haven't because they don't exist.
Ever.
But if they did exist, surely
always
someone has
grown
seen a
or
baby
big.
pigeon,
They're
right?
always big like
so
that.
we decided to go to the streets to find out for ourselves. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Have any of you seen a baby pigeon, ever?
No, I don't think so.
I have not, no. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Actually, I haven't. That is kind of sketchy now that I think about it.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No, I have not. You know, I've wondered about that too.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon before?
I don't think I have, actually.
Have you ever
I don't think
seen a
anybody
baby
has,
pigeon?
to be honest.
Yes, I have. Yeah. In Bangkok. Porch.
In Bangkok.
On the balcony.
Do you by chance work for the government?
Yes, I do.
Coincidence? But that's not the only unsettling question. In fact, there are a whole slew of questions that don't seem to have any answers. For example, have you ever been successful at touching a wild bird? Of course you haven't. Every time you go up to touch one,
done with this, I'll show you.
Let me know in the comments if you guys ever seen a baby pigeon. Well, like, I've never seen one. Not on a video, not on the National Geographic, not on a nothing. They're always adult pigeons. That's crazy. Are we being watched by these birds?
Footage of things that look like the biblical description of angels.
Yeah.
The truth is stranger than fiction.
For sure.
You feel me? The truth is, once the government came out and said that they have off-world craft, you can look this up.
Mm-hmm.
They said that UFOs do exist. Off-world craft, we have them in our possession. What does that mean? We went from the Model T Ford to Bugattis in less than 100 years. We got fiber optics from these vehicles. Mm-hmm. A lot of the stuff that we have is from this. And if you watch Joe Rogan's interview with a CIA guy, he said that our technology is held back 100 years based off what they already have in inventory and what's allowed to be released to the public.
Have you? Okay, speaking of Joe Rogan, did you see where they said they now have the technology to where you can dream and communicate through the dream?
Yes.
What do you think that is? And do you think we're getting closer to playing God completely?
Say it again.
What do you think that is, right? And do you think we're getting closer to where they're going to just be playing God completely?
Well, have you seen the movie Inception?
Yeah.
Same shit.
They told us Antarctica is just a frozen wasteland. So why is it the most restricted place on Earth? The Antarctic Treaty, a global lockdown. In 1959, world governments signed the Antarctic Treaty, banning any nation from claiming land or exploiting resources. Over 50 countries have agreed to keep Antarctica off limits to the public. Why such strict control over a place they claim is just ice? Unlike any other region, independent travel is nearly impossible without government approval. Some believe this isn't about environmental protection. It's about keeping something hidden. Military presence and no-fly zones. Despite being protected for research, Antarctica has a heavy military presence. Several areas are completely off-limits, with restricted airspace and guarded zones. Even scientific expeditions require approval and strict guidelines on where they can go. If there's nothing to hide, why are parts of Antarctica treated like a classified military base? Theories of what's under the ice. Some believe Antarctica hides remnants of an ancient civilization, possibly even Atlantis. Others point to satellite images showing pyramid-like structures and underground anomalies. There are claims that secret bases, possibly connected to UFOs or advanced technology, are buried beneath the ice. Could this be why governments refuse to let ordinary people explore freely? Stories of people being stopped. Reports exist of explorers being turned back by military forces or mysteriously vanishing. In 2000, a group of scientists from the US vanished near a no-fly zone. Officially, their deaths were blamed on exposure. Whistleblowers claim the military has orders to intercept unauthorized explorers. If Antarctica is just ice, why are people being stopped from discovering what's really there? We're told Antarctica is just a frozen desert, but the secrecy, military presence, and restricted zones tell a different story. What do you think they're hiding? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the follow button for more theories like this.
What do you guys think they're hiding over? Do you think it's other civilizations over there? Do you think there really is an ice wall? Anything behind the ice walls, there's other civilization, other worlds? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.
The craziest coincidences in American history lie between Abraham Lincoln and JFK. It's almost like they were predetermined to live the exact same lives. It starts with they were both elected to Congress in 1846 and 1946, and then both elected as president in a year that ends with 1860, 1960. They were both, unfortunately, assassinated by being shot in the back of the head on a Friday while sitting right next to their wives. John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and then went to hide in a warehouse, while Lee Harvey Oswald shot JFK in a warehouse and then went to hide in a theater. Lincoln's secretary, whose last name was Kennedy, advised him not to go to the theater that day, and JFK's secretary with the name Lincoln advised him not to go to Dallas that day. The number 7 also has a big role in it because both of their names have 7 letters. JFK was in the 7th car, Abraham Lincoln was in the 7th booth. Both their assassins' names are known by 3 words and 15 letters. And both police officers who detained their assassins have the last name Baker. I'm gonna say the craziest coincidence, but before I do, make sure you follow so you find and know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests you want to see next. The craziest part is that both of their presidencies will be remembered for their work in civil rights and wanting to make change in that area, and then both of their successors had the last name of Johnson.
Coincidence or what? Let me know what you guys think.
Is controlled by shadowy elites and shape-shifting lizard people.
It's the most natural smile I've ever seen out of Mark Zuckerberg.
The song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood.
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
Let's get down to business. We Reptoids have had a great decade. Thanks to propaganda in the media, we have made society more tolerant of our kind, from the Geico Gecko to the Shape of Water. We even got K-Rool in Smash! We did it, everyone! The world temperature is rising. The time is coming, brethren. Soon we shall fulfill the prophecy, overthrow humanity, and become the true rulers of the world!
They say that every year, but they're never gonna do it.
Rob, what is the Vatican keeping secret?
For the entire time that they've existed, they've collected manuscripts and relics and items from either campaigns or crusades, not only for their own research and to support their ideas, but also to prevent anything coming out. Because they need to control the information around biblical issues and biblical dogma, they can't allow alternative views to become public, become disseminated.
What kind of things exactly are you talking about?
In terms of documentation, they've got 52 miles of shelving of books and manuscripts alone. So that will be everything from early first century fragments to potentially entire alternative gospels.
And why would that be damaging to the Catholic Church?
Because there's a potential for alternative views to emerge. There were lots of different books originally that were set to go in the Bible, and it was only through a process of politics mainly that the final books were chosen. There were also ideas that there's a book of Q that academics have termed a book that would have been the source material for the main Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, because the main Gospels were written long after the time of Christ. So if they've got something like a book of Q, that would undermine everything else.
History of ancient America, founded upon the ruins.
So do you guys think, well, they probably are, but you think that's the reason why they're hiding it? Because if we find out it's going to change everything, I mean, how many of you guys think they should just open it up and give it to the world? Like, we deserve that. Don't you guys think we deserve that? We have the right to know. It's just crazy how weren't the Vatican, like, weren't they the Roman Catholics? Didn't they become the Vatican and all that good stuff wherever they go, you know, like. But I think we have the right to know. Like, it's world history, it's stuff that happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense for them to hide. What, do they think that we're not going to understand it? They're going to think we're not going to be able to handle it? Is that it? Oh no, it's crazy. I just think that's strange.
Of antiquity, the identity of the Aborigines with the people of Tyrus and Israel, and the introduction of Christianity by the Apostle St. Thomas, by George Jones, events of what led after that, and how we decided to come over here to America. They would basically take the people out of that land, remove their name, remove their heritage, and basically implant different people into that land. with the ancient Hebrews, because we were the ancient Hebrews. We already had these customs, right? And why is that? That was because we are the lost 10 tribes of Israel.
And we're going to end this video on that note right there. I appreciate you guys staying to the end of the video. Let me know what conspiracy theory has you guys thinking. Those trees bleeding, that was crazy. But what really gets me is the Vatican having all those documents, 53 miles worth of racks of information and things like that they don't want to show because they feel we won't understand it or we're not ready for it. How do they know what we're ready for? How do they know what we can handle, what we can understand? You know, it's amazing they could have one set of people or one person or whoever it is just control everything. That's wild. But I want to thank you guys for staying to the end, watching the video with me. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you guys do subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you know whenever we drop another video. And I appreciate you guys. Until the next time, I'll see you.
Todo el pasto, todo bem. Tela tua, teu cara e as giga bem.